Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining Houston Area Parkinson's Society today. My name is Maggie Abbott. I'm the Director of Outreach here at HAPS. I'm joined by Bailey Corley, our OT student capstone intern from Texas Women's University. We're so glad you're here with us today for Confidence in the Kitchen in this seminar series. Bailey will tell you more about that, and I'm going to let her take it away.
Thank you, Maggie. I'm going to share my screen now and then we'll get started. All right. Thank you again for joining on behalf of Houston Area Parkinson's Society. My name is Bailey Corley, and I'm so happy to welcome you to the first seminar in the series, Tools for Total Freedom: How Adaptive Equipment Brings Independence to Life. Now, as I mentioned, this is the first seminar in a four-part series covering adaptive equipment for various areas of the house. The series is designed to introduce and explore the role of adaptive equipment, and today we'll focus on the kitchen and learn about how the right tools can make a big difference in improving independence, safety, and overall quality of life. Before we get started, I wanted to share a little bit about myself. So I'm from Houston, Texas, and I graduated from Baylor in 2022. I went on to pursue my Doctorate of OT degree at Texas Women's University, from where I will graduate in May. For my last semester, I decided to partner with the Houston Area Parkinson's Society after discovering the organization while researching for resources for my grandpa who has Parkinson's. Having two grandparents with Parkinson's has allowed me to discover the importance of education and quality care for those affected by the condition. My main goal here at HAPS is to educate those affected by Parkinson's on ways they can achieve more independence in their everyday lives. So for today, our key objectives, we will learn what occupational therapy is, we'll learn what adaptive equipment is, we'll learn about adaptive equipment for the kitchen, and then practical tips and insurance information. So our first objective, what is occupational therapy? Occupational therapists are healthcare professionals, and we have the goal to help people gain or improve independence so that they can participate in activities of daily living, or ADLs. We can work in hospitals, schools, rehabilitation centers. We can come to your home. We can work in nursing homes, and we can also work out in the community. Essentially, we're putting the fun in functional tasks. OT specific role in Parkinson's, so we can adapt activities, which is what adaptive equipment falls under. We can help improve participation in those activities of daily living. We can work on hand dexterity and coordination skills, strength and balance training, home modifications, cognitive training, medication management, and caregiver training, and so much more. So we do typically work alongside physical therapists, and the difference between OT and PT is that PTs focus on improving movement, strength, and physical function. OTs can help you perform daily tasks by addressing also your physical, cognitive, and emotional challenges. So, for example, PTs can work with you on things like balance. OTs can also work on this, but we put it in the context of a task, such as improving balance while moving pots and pans around the kitchen, or improving balance to increase safety while washing your body in the shower. And here's a list of what we consider activities of daily living. The column on the left is your basic ADLs. So these are things that meet our basic needs. Today we'll be covering eating and swallowing as part of that. And the column to the right is instrumental activities of daily living. And these are more complex activities that are beyond our basic needs. And we'll talk about meal preparation today, which falls in the instrumental category. Our second objective, what is adaptive equipment? Adaptive equipment is any type of simple or complex tool, device, or machinery that can be used to help people complete everyday tasks. Other terms that fall under this category and can be used synonymously are adaptive device, adaptive tool, adaptive technology, and assistive technology. Here's an example of various types of adaptive equipment, and as you can see, they can range from simple to a little bit more complex. Adaptive equipment for the kitchen. So a few of the items are indicated through research, which I've shown here, and that is what I use to gather my information and in order to create this presentation. So all of this adaptive equipment we're about to talk about will fall under the category of eating. Weighted utensils. These are designed with extra weight up to 8 ounces in the handle to help create a sense of input in the hand to control the hand's movements. This is typically suggested for people with less pronounced tremors. And 8 ounces feels like one of those small cans of sodas or like a can of tuna. The benefits include reducing impact of tremors, improving control, comfortable grip, and enhances your independence. And as you can see in the images, they look like standard utensils, which is nice to take out in public. And you can find these on a website called K Eatlery or the Special Supplies Store, which are both online websites. Built-up utensils with a large handle. So when the built-up utensils have a large handle, it features a larger surface area to help with better grip support, and this is ideal for those with significant hand weakness or tremors. So the benefits include reducing the impact of tremors, improving control, and allowing for a more comfortable grip. And these can easily be found on Amazon. Contrary to that, there are built-up utensils with a medium handle, and a medium handle also provides greater surface area, which allows for a better grip, and it reduces the effort needed to grip the utensil tightly. And research has actually indicated that smaller to medium-sized handles, such as the ones pictured here, are more effective for less pronounced tremors. And the bigger ones that we saw before are more effective for significant tremors. The benefits include less hand fatigue, increased stability, and reduce in joint stress. These are a little bit harder to find than the thicker handles, and these can be found online at a store called the Special Supplies Store. Curved utensils. These are curved up to 90 degrees in any direction to aid with stiffness or reduce motion in the wrist. This is suggested for those with rigidity and stiffness. So what it does, it helps improve your grip. It is adaptable, so you can bend it to your needs, and it also helps reduce joint stress. This is by a brand called YPC, which can be found on Amazon. A rocker knife is a curved blade that enables a rocking motion as opposed to a typical sawing motion. And this handle allows for more leverage and control, making it ideal for those with limited dexterity or tremors. So the benefits include reducing your hand fatigue, enhancing safety. It requires less strength to cut through items, and it can cut through all types of food. And this is by a brand called The Right Stuff, which has its own online store. And here's a video demonstration of the rocker knife.
So you're going to hold it like this, and you're going to rock it back and forth to cut the food like so. And this eliminates the need for a fork to stabilize the food. So you're
The next item are utensils with a strap. Utensils with a strap help maintain grip and control while eating. It reduces the need to grip tightly and is ideal for those with tremors or decreased grip strength. So it helps reduce spillage, reduce hand fatigue, and you can adjust it to meet your needs as well. These can be found on Amazon, and as you can see, they come as a fork or a spoon option. Additional utensil accessories include the top image, which is a universal cuff, and this helps by securing regular utensils to the hand, which reduces the need for a tight grip and minimizes hand fatigue. The bottom picture is a foam tubing, which you can buy on Amazon, and it goes on regular utensils as well and provides a larger cushion grip to make it easier to grab and control the fork or spoon. The benefits, it helps decrease hand fatigue and it increases overall stability while eating. Swivel spoon. These are non-electric, self-stabilizing feature that keeps spoon level with a swivel joint even when you have tremors or when your hand moves unpredictably. This is typically suggested for more pronounced tremors, and the benefits include reducing spills, allowing for easier scooping, decreasing frustration, and supports various food textures. So as you can see, the top image is a standard swivel spoon from Walmart, and the bottom one, it has a more thicker handle, and this can be found from Caregiver Products, an online store. A Gyno Steady Spoon. So this utilizes smart stabilization technology, and it helps also reduce the impact of tremors. However, this is a more pricey option and can range anywhere from $350 to $400+. So summary on some of these utensils, there are many options available and it's possible you might try something and not like it. And the research does vary due to the fact that each person with Parkinson's experiences various symptoms that are unique to them. So the best thing to do is try something or research it on your own as well to see what might suit your needs best. Adapted bowls and plates. There are a lot of options for this, but all of them have the same feature, which is a plate guard. And what that is a raised edge that creates a barrier or an elevated side that prevents food from sliding around or spilling during meals. They help compensate for tremors by making it easier to scoop and eat food. So the image all the way to the left is a detachable plate guard, which can be found at Walmart. The image second from left is a scoop plate that comes with a built-in raised edge, and this can be found at an online store called Vive. The image third from the left is a scoop bowl, which works the same as a scoop plate. It comes with a built-in raised edge, and it's found on a store called AliMed online. And the image all the way to the right features a raised edges and a divided plate, and this can be found on a store called Caregiver Products, which is also online. The benefits for all these plates is that they work to prevent food from spilling and sliding, they promote more efficient eating, and they also promote self-sufficiency while eating. Nosy cups. These are cups that have a cutout design that allows you to drink without tilting your head back. It's ideal for those with difficulty swallowing, those who have limited neck mobility, or those who have motor difficulties. And as you can see in the bottom image, the cutout goes on your nose so that there's room for your nose, and all you do is just lift the cup up and drink as you usually would. And these promote safer swallowing, it helps reduce spillage, and it improves your comfort while drinking. These can be found on Amazon or at an online store called Caregiver Products. A drink carrier. This is a portable device used to transport cups without the need to grip them. It's ideal for those with decreased grip strength, with tremors, or mobility challenges. And the benefits of this item is to reduce spillage, it is convenient, and it helps with safety. So you're not having to carry an item and also focus on your walking. And they also make custom versions for brands such as Yeti and Stanley Cup. Other adaptive cut handles include the steady handle mug, which is the top image, and it has a swivel handle that helps counteract tremors. This is found at a store online called Active Hands store. The bottom image is an adaptive handle that attaches to various cups, and it offers an alternative grip option for those with decreased hand strength. The benefits are that these items work to reduce spills, they support those with weaker hands, and it allows for a more comfortable hold. All right, so that covered adaptive equipment for eating. Now we're moving on to adaptive equipment to support meal preparation. Our first item is an adaptive cutting board, and this has many, many features, which I will cover also in the next slide. And this is ultimately designed to assist individuals with limited hand function, those with weak grip, or those with tremors in safely preparing food. And the benefits include increasing safety, it has a multi-purpose use, and it also reduces hand fatigue. This specific board is by a brand called Fawnware, which is on Amazon, and I'll talk about the features on the next slide. So some of the features on this board, it features a cutting board partition where you can slide food against it so that the food's not sliding around as you're trying to cut it or spread butter or whatnot on an item. It also has a one-handed peeler and a one-handed grater, which allows you to have more control and stability while grating or peeling food. It has the bread stops, which also prevents food from slipping around. And it has spikes on the board that you can use to fix an item in place as you cut it, so that you don't have to worry about stabilizing and cutting. You could just focus on cutting. A cutting board with a pivot knife. This features a stable but attached blade that allows for controlled cutting, which helps reduce the impact of tremors. It's ideal for those with limited hand strength or coordination. And the benefits for this item, it increases safety, it improves control, and it reduces hand strain. This specific item can be found at an online store called The Right Stuff. And here's a video demonstration for the cutting board with a pivot knife.
This knife is attached, but it can pivot. There's a chef's knife attached to this board, and it can keep the knife in place if stability is an issue for you. This knife.
The next items include chopping or cutting equipment. So the top image is a hand pressure chopper, which allows you to chop food with minimal effort, reducing the need for precise hand control or grip strength. The bottom image is a spring poultry scissors, which have built-in spring mechanism that reduces the hand strength needed to cut through meat and poultry. Both of these items can be found by a brand called OXO, which is on Amazon, and they work to reduce hand fatigue, enhance your overall safety, and reduce tremor impact. The next item is a unique item called the palm peeler, and this works by fitting into the palm of your hand with a ring that wraps around your finger for stability. So instead of having to grip a peeler tightly, this allows you to use your whole hand to peel items. It is suitable for those with reduced grip strength, and it works to increase safety, improve control, and also reduce your wrist strain. This is by a brand called Chef and Palm Peeler, which can be found on Amazon. Jar openers. We're going to cover a few different types, but I'm just highlighting the best ones I've found. So the image to the left is a manual jar opener, which provides a better grip and leverage to help individuals with limited hand strength open jars with less effort. It can be found on Amazon. And the image to the right is a jar key, which fits around the lid of the jar, and it uses leverage to screw it loose or pop it open. And both items can be found on Amazon. The first one is the manual jar opener, and we'll see a visual demonstration.
Grab the sides here, we're gonna go up this way, put some pressure on it, turn.
And the next demonstration will be for the jar key.
Grab the jar with one hand and lift the handle of the jar key with the other hand. You will hear a little pop, and you will also see that the top of the lid has popped up a bit. Now just turn the lid gently and
All right.
grab the jar with
All right, this image all the way to the left is an under cabinet jar opener, which can be found on Amazon. It is a screw-in jar opener option that can be mounted under cabinets, allowing users to twist the jar open with one hand. And we also have a visual demonstration for this.
Really, you mount them underneath your countertop, either with screws or a strong adhesive. And you simply slide a container, doesn't matter what size, it can go down to very tiny lids all the way up to good size lids. Slide it into place, the teeth will grip onto the lid and you twist the base.
This is a ring pull can opener, and this device hooks under the tab of cans and provides leverage to open it. This reduces the need for precise finger movement by allowing a whole hand or arm usage. The benefits include that it requires less grip strength, it's comfortable and safe to handle, and it can reduce the impact of tremors. This item, the ring pull, can be found on Amazon. A wine dispenser is an electric wine dispenser that allows you to pour wine from the bottle without joint stress or fatigue. You attach it to the top of the wine spout and press the button for easy pouring. And the benefits of this include reducing the impact of tremors, reducing joint stress because you're not having to handle the heavy bottle, and it allows for better coordination as well. And this can be found on Amazon. Kettle tippers, we have two options for kettle tippers. And they both work to provide stability and control and reduce spills by holding the kettle in a pivoting cradle, which allows for easy pouring without lifting the whole kettle. It's ideal for those with reduced hand strength. And the benefits include it increases safety, reduces joint strain, and it can prevent unpredictable spills. The top image is an attached kettle tipper, and it can be found on Amazon. The bottom image is a kettle tipper stand, which you can insert your own kettle tipper into, and it's by a brand called Adapt, which is an online store. Sandwich holders provide stability and grip, reducing the impact of tremors and preventing food from slipping in order to make mealtimes more manageable. These help reduce messes while eating, allow for easier one-handed use, and allow for better coordination. These come in a variety of colors, and they are found on Amazon. Just like the built-up eating utensils, there are also built-up cooking utensils, and they work the same way. So the built-up handle provides more surface area and allows you to compensate for tremors, stiffness, and weak grip strength. The benefits include reducing spilling while cooking, reducing joint strain, and it may also enhance your comfort while cooking. The image is a three-piece option, which can be found on Amazon. A pan buddy is a unique tool which helps stabilize the pan while transferring it from one surface to another, and it helps reduce spills and burns. The vertical handle and wrist support keep the wrist in a natural position, which is more comfortable, and it fits pans with handles that are 2 inches or less in diameter. The benefits of this include reducing transfer of heat in the handle, it enhances safety, and it can reduce the wrist joint strain. The Pan Buddy can be found on Amazon as well. Some more tips for safety in the kitchen. It's important to consider using silicone oven mitts because the non-slip silicone surface can help improve grip and counteract tremors while transferring items. And the silicone material provides strong protection against burns compared to a cloth mitt. This is an example of the silicone oven mitt, which can be found on Amazon. Another option for safety in the kitchen are cut-resistant gloves, and these provide a cut-resistant material which can prevent tremor-related accidents. It also has a non-slip texture, which helps hold onto knives and food more securely. And these gloves can also be found on Amazon. A stove guard creates a barrier which promotes safety in the kitchen, and it works by clamping onto the edge of the stove to provide that physical barrier for increased safety and reducing spills. So some of the benefits are it stops accidental hand or arm contact with hot burners, and it provides a sturdy perimeter to keep cookware secure on. And it is adjustable, and this specific one can be found on Amazon. Dyson is really big in the OT world, and this is a non-slip polymeric material that can be placed under plates, bowls, and cups to prevent sliding. It also helps to stabilize cutting boards, mixing bowls, and utensils, and it works to reduce the risk of spills and accident while cooking. It comes in standard forms, or you can customize it to meet your needs. So the image to the left is a customizable roll where you just cut it into the size and shape that you want. And the image to the right is a standard 10 by 14-inch pad, which can be found on Amazon. The Dyson works to improve safety. It is reusable. You just have to wash it, wait for it to completely dry, and it'll have the non-slip properties again. And it also helps reduce frustrations in the kitchen. A kitchen rolling cart is a good option for allowing you to keep essential items close by and reducing the need to walk back and forth while carrying food, dishes, or cookware. The benefits include reducing accidents, it has a versatile use, and it can provide stability as well. This is by a brand called Tulf, which can be found on Amazon. Walker attachments. So we have two options for attachments. The top one is a walker tray, which provides a stable surface for individuals to safely transport food, drinks, and kitchen items on. The bottom picture is a walker bag, which allows individuals to safely carry kitchen essentials or small groceries, reducing strain and the risk of dropping items. They both can be found on Amazon, and both work to reduce accidents, enhance safety and independence, and also reduce strain. An adapted step stool is a very safe option to have around the house, and it provides a long handle to create a safer way when reaching to high shelves or cabinets by offering extra support and stability. The benefits include reducing fall risk, it is lightweight and portable, and it includes a non-slip surface to step onto. The specific one I have pictured is by a brand called DMI, which can be found on Amazon. So I know this was a lot of equipment, and again, there are many, many options available. It's possible you can try any of these items and not like it or not find it as useful as you thought. There was no research on any of the meal preparation equipment that was discussed. It is based on experience and expert opinion. And important of all, you understand your needs best. So I just highlighted some of the things that are generally suggested, but each person is very different, and it's important to do your own research before purchasing something based on your needs. Insurance coverage, and unfortunately, Medicare only covers medically necessary durable medical equipment, which is DME, and this includes walkers, wheelchairs, and hospital beds. So essentially, none of the items I covered today are covered under Medicare. Private insurance coverage varies by plan and often requires a medical justification. An alternative funding option includes the VA. Specifically, if you're a member of the VA in Houston, you may have access to resources on alternative funding options. If you're not ready to buy items yet or you're still researching, some general tips for the kitchen from an OT perspective are to place frequently used items on the counter at waist level to avoid excessive reaching and bending. It's also useful to slide pots and pans across the counter instead of carrying them. It's good to buy pre-sliced or chopped food if you find that you fatigue quickly or you just want a safer option. Slow cookers and air fryers are easier and safer to use instead of oven cooking. It's also good to have a stool in the kitchen to conserve energy, and this can be a simple stool you can find anywhere just to have nearby in case you need a couple minutes of a break here and there. It's also good to swap heavy glass bowls for lighter plastic ones, such as the ones I have pictured here. Some final thoughts. HAPS will have a resource binder of all this information covered. You can set up a time for a consultation with me or Maggie. You can also get a referral for OT from your physician, and you can talk to Maggie about how to find an OT near you. So that's her email in the bullet point below. And a little bit about the OT referral process. So the first step is to get a referral from your primary care provider, which can be a neurologist, a nurse practitioner, a movement disorder specialist, any of the above. And then you will go through a screening process with an occupational therapist. And this includes doing a variety of screenings and assessments and working with the OT to write personalized goals. And then typically outpatient sessions are about 1 hour. They occur about 2 to 3 times a week, and they last for about 4 to 8 weeks. And this just depends on your insurance coverage and your specific condition. And then finally, after all that, you're discharged with a whole new knowledge base on how to live your life more independently and safely. And so one way to know if you might be ready for an occupational therapy visit or referral is if you're having difficulty with tasks, consider addressing underlying strength, fatigue, coordination, balance, or posture changes related to Parkinson's, especially if you're having difficulties with tasks in the kitchen. And OTs can create individualized programs for you and your needs, and they can help you learn how to use some of these tools and create goals that are specific to your life. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is my email, theotstudent@habs.org. You can email me for a copy of the presentation. Seminar 2 will be on 3/14 at 12 p.m. And there's an optional study opportunity for Seminar 2. Please email me at otstudent@habs.org. Again, thank you so much for tuning in and listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.